Okay, so after installing the app, the first time you open it up, you're going to see some instructions. You can look at these from the settings menu uh, later. So if you up in the upper right, you can click Return to App to continue. Here you see um, a list of the available DEMs. Um, so you can see the DEM and it begins to pre-process some things. That's that little progress bar along the bottom. Um, but in this map view, you can see all the other DEMs that you have in your DEM directory. So this one here I'm going to is the DEM that comes with the application, so you have something to at least play with when you first install the app. So again, it pre-processes the things preparing for rainfall simulation. And you can go to the settings screen to set the rainfall amount that you want to simulate. And you can also adjust the opacity, transparency levels of the various overlays that I'll show you after simulation of rainfall is complete. So we'll go ahead for now and hit the Simulate Rainfall button. Here it's filling depressions based on the rainfall amount that you've supplied. It was 2.5 inches in this situation. And there's going to be a number of overlays that appear that have been generated now. Catchments, the puddles, and the delineation. So we're going to start with the puddles. So puddles are just places that have been raised in the filling process. So, if you're actually standing here in the field, hopefully these areas would be places where that would be wet. There'd be a puddle, perhaps, sitting there. You can see them spread throughout. So the next thing we're going to look at is the delineation. Just drag the little marker around and it will instantaneously delineate the contributing area. Here we're trying several different areas. You can see at the bottom it tells you the area of that watershed delineation. We've got 1 acre, 8, now almost 9 acres there. Here we have another watershed. I know there's one down here along the bottom. There it is, 36 acres. And what you'll find out is there's actually a limited set of possible watershed delineations, and that's what the catchments overlay is. So if you click on the various catchments, it'll tell you the area of that catchment, and it also shows you the outlet, and if it's still a depression that's yet to be filled, it shows you the depression bottom. So here you see I've lined up the delineation with the outlet marker of that catchment, and they are the same area. So moving on, clicking around, showing you the various catchments, and to see how the area displays along the bottom. There we have some that have yet to be filled. And again, if you take a watershed delineation and perform it at the pit bottom, if I get it right, then it ends up showing you the same area as that catchment. So that's the most of the functionality of this app. One last item is the ability to export. So you can export both the delineation that you're on as well as the entire set of catchments, the catchment raster. So all you have to do is supply the names of the files and it gets put into your DEM folder. Here, I'll show you where it's at. I have ES File Explorer, which is a really nifty tool you'll probably need as you begin using these apps. It just lets you look at all the files on your application. So here, let me select them. I've got the catch and delin TIFFs that I created.